Welcome back to the Reality Guys. I'm your host, Brian, and today I'm talking Singles Inferno Season 4, Episodes 1, 2, 3, and 4. All right, so I have actually, this is the third time I've actually covered the show. Started on Season 2, been Season 1 in preparation for Season 2, did a review for 2, did a review for 3, now doing it for 4. Look, this show is not something that we would normally watch. I saw a lot of stuff going on for it for Season 2. I was like, I'll check it out. And unfortunately, I'm like a completionist, so I still am here watching the show. I'm not going to go play by play because honestly, it's just the same stuff every season, and it's just very modest, and it's after like just going on a complete reality binge tear in 2024 and going to do the same thing in 2025. I just don't. The drama in this show to me is so minuscule compared to other shows, and it's just that's the culture over there. So I can't really, I'm not hating on it. It's just when I'm watching this and like I will say the panel, I always have criticized the panel, the same format. So the panel's there watching the show technically kind of like we are. Panel's a lot better this year. I think they're funnier. They're not as stiff. They're still obviously going to react to the things that they think are groundbreaking in their culture. Like people, they did this challenge where they're walking across like it's almost like a human like bridge where there's a like a log and they have to the girls need to go from guy to guy to get across the bridge and like some of the guys won't even touch anybody. They'll like use their like their the heel of their hand and then somebody touched like rubbed the pinky on somebody and they like lost their mind. So if you are into those type of shows, this is the show for you. I unfortunately don't feel that way. And I just think a lot doesn't happen. These episodes are all of them are over an hour. The last episode 4 was an hour and 20 minutes. And I don't there's so much skippable things. They re-show moments. Like I'm usually watching this on 1.5 speed or 1.25, 1.5 speed because I need this to flow. I can't sit here and watch 5 hours of a show that frankly I don't think anything happens. And it's just different. But I mean, if that's the kind of stuff, if you like these shows from 1, 2, 3, and then now 4, I mean, you'll like these shows and be interested in it. But for a dating show, I don't think that that enough drama is happening for my liking to keep me engaged. There is going to be 12 episodes. There's 4 this week, and then every following week after that, there'll be 2. So maybe something juicier will happen. I mean, I will say they are doing things differently that I have to give them credit for that because they kind of are doing almost like a Love Island Casa Amor twist this season where at the end of the 4th episode, the all the women go to paradise and they are basically auditioning for a new guy to come back in. So they have 3 guys. Panel thinks they're good looking. They have all like chiseled bodies and they need to go on like 10-minute speed dates. We don't see the dates at all. They kind of just fast forward through it. And I'm assuming they vote. That's kind of where we leave. And then they're all like, somebody's going to come in, going to come back. I'm assuming the guys are going to do the exact same thing. Maybe the guys do it while it's very possible the guys are doing it while in Inferno, while the girls are doing it in Paradise. Because they did kind of a similar thing in the beginning of the season where right when they start, they're like, okay, all the girls go to one island, all the guys go to one island, which is also different. And they essentially the guys 2 guys show up to the girls Inferno, like, hey, we're going to paradise. So they had a competition already that we didn't even see, and they kind of back show it, the process. So doing things differently. So I do need to give them credit there. They're trying things out, making it, I guess, a little more juicy in the Korean eyes, where I guess they're making the show for Korea. But again, still just not moving the needle for me. Not moving the needle enough drama for me. Because like I just finished watching this show, and then I'm gonna go watch Love and Hip Hop, which is like totally off the spectrum of like craziness. So it's just, and I mean that's just America. I think that's just we're used to the craziness and stuff. And not saying this is a bad show. It's just not for me. But it's reality TV, so I'm here. That's the whole point of our page is we will watch anything, even if we don't like it, and comment on it. So I'll run through the cast real quick. I think they kind of have like these people seem like more modelly to me. Like sometimes some of the guys are a little more rugged, or like not rugged, but like I guess average. I mean, I still think a lot of these dudes are kind of average, but it That's what it is. So they have like the same pretty much format where we're gonna have like five, six guys, a new person comes in, probably gonna cause an uproar. But I think that it threw the cast off a little bit for the first episode or two when it was only just guys and girls at in Inferno. All right, so let's start off with women. So we have Lacey Ann. She's 26, and I know some of their ages and professions because they had gone to Inferno, and I've learned some of the things. I think there's only one or two women that I haven't knew anything about, and I think there's only one. No, it looks like I have all the. No, I have one dude who. No, one, two guys haven't gone. Two girls haven't gone. Yeah, I think so. Maybe less. I don't know. Anyways, I'll read what I got. So Lacey Ann, she's 26. Um, she she says it's rare for her to never have a boyfriend. Wants a wild relationship, and she is a model that we did find out. Chung Ji-yoon, she's 28. She went on one, like one of her blurbs when she came to, we met her is she went on six blind dates based off of a wedding she attended. Um, she has a master's degree in traditional dance of Korea, and she's also a teacher as well for dance. So definitely interesting. Kim Min Soo, she's 23. She compares herself to a puppy a lot in her blurbs about herself, which I thought was weird. Um, she's a sportscaster, so she's just basically like a sports announcer, sideline reporter, if you're in America, based off the videos that we saw what she's doing. So definitely cool. This is the one girl we have not, one of the two that we don't know about, Beiji Jun. She works out a lot. I thought she was the most attractive. Fortunately, we haven't seen like anything of her, so I don't really know her age or what she does. Kim Kim Hee Jin, she's 25. She says she's unpredictable. She's a model. That's what a lot of these people are. I think they're kind of learning that they're going to try to get maybe more influencer people on the show for maybe even just to boost the ratings over there, maybe over here. And last girl, Kim Irene, she is another one we didn't meet, and she says she sometimes she comes off as cold. So and she's one of the ones in the beginning who won a competition and she was able to actually move from the all girls Inferno to the guys first. So she was the first girl over there to like do the cross uh, between the male and female. So the guys, Kim Tae-hoon, we do not know what his age is or what he does, but uh, he was just talking about himself a lot, like, and it's just like this show was already modest, but I felt like in the other seasons, people were more modest. And now that just gave me the vibe that it might be more influencer based off of people like, oh, I'm so good looking, I'm so good looking, all this stuff. Hoop Ting Hoo, he says his best features are his height and his big eyes, and we do not know anything about him yet. I do not know his age. He is not going to paradise. Um, Jang Teo, he's 29. He had some funny quotes. He to me is kind of similar to the basketball player last season, where I think like a lot of girls are in him. The panel didn't like him at first. They were kind of giving him a hard time because he wants to be an actor in America, so he was in New York City, like studying theater or something like that. And I think he started to pick up maybe like some of the how it's different over there. Like they don't talk to women and have conversations the same way we do. So he says, I'm like a bulldozer. And he entered the Inferno saying yo, and apparently that's like not a thing over there. So they were like, whoa, whoa, what is this? What is this? So they're like blown away by that. Um, he had some screen time. Again, like I think he's like the basketball player last season, and I guess he's kind of like a bad boy to them. I don't know. Kim Jong-soo, he's 33. I think he's the oldest guy. He thinks that deep voices are trustworthy, and he has a deep voice, so he's saying that he's trustworthy. He owns a couple cafes, coffee shops, bakeries, and he said there's five in total. So they always seem to have somebody on the show that is like a restaurant or like restaurant owner, and like that's cool. I like to see some of the jobs that they have, and they're not all models. Like the people that are models, I appreciate a little more because they actually are still like I guess good looking people, but they have like this guy owns like five restaurants and that's pretty cool. And like, how does he take time away to go on the show? But I think it's only like a week. It's not that long. I think there's a preview where they mentioned like 10 days. Yuck Jung Soo, he is 28. The panel when they saw him, he's apparently famous. He is on a Netflix show, Iron Squad, and he's a former UDT soldier. And one of the panel guys, I think he's from season one, and he became a panel member since season two. Same thing, he was a soldier, and he was like a little stoic on his season as well. He's an artist. He does like big paintings. He reminds me of like an emo kid. Like he doesn't talk a lot. There's one scene where he's like he says he's sick from the alcohol, and he's just kind of sitting there, like just kind of like a background character in like this Truth or Dare game that they're doing. But it's the same stuff. It's the same things that we always see on the show. They do like the girls do the chicken fight where they like do the legs stick up or like they're bouncing on one leg and it's like a right like a their legs like kind of stuck like this down like that. So they're bouncing around. They do the chocolate candy thing where they put the candy, one piece of candy. You can do as many as you want, one per person, and you put it in their mailbox, and then they find out how many people gave them the candy, but they don't know who it is. But this time, the little thing they did differently is they opened it in front of everybody, and then they can ask questions like, "Hey, who was it?" So I guess like the little again, I appreciate them trying to make some more dramatic things happen because everyone's so shy to talk to everybody, so it just kind of doesn't land when they're like, "Oh, like I was looking at him," or like the one chick in the last episode is like swinging, and the panel's like, "She's just swinging by herself because she wants attention, and somebody needs to talk to her." And it's like, just go talk to somebody. And I know that's just like not how it is over there, but that's what makes the show not to me not that interesting because nobody is daring. And when somebody does something that's like 1% daring, the panel like falls out of their chair. So it's I don't know. And like I said, there's this like here's an example of the panel getting crazy and it's stuff it always seems to happen in the helicopter. I remember there was a scene last season. I can't remember exactly the scene, but something happened in the helicopter where they like the panel like just completely lost their minds. And this one here is this Jung Tae-oh. He is like doing something with like holding the girl's hand, but he's like playing around and then like he like does this and she like doesn't know what to do so she grabs his hand and they're laughing and then he like literally grabs her hand and they were just like to hold it and they like literally lost their minds. They literally lost their minds. Like you would think that they like had sex on TV. That's what like really what happened. So it's just hard to relate to those that stuff is really what it is because to like sharing their reaction because again I don't know what is tab like what's the protocol over there but it's just it doesn't, and I just will wonder what they when they see like some of the stuff that we have on our TV shows, like in Australia, because Australia is nuts as well. It's got to blow their mind. It's got they need to have a panel for like Too Hot to Handle over here, because I would love to see what they were like on that. That they probably would die. Honestly, they probably would die. I'm just like, what are they doing? So yeah. I mean, I have my stuff. They do the ticket thing again as well, where they write a name on a ticket, like who can go to paradise, and if you both match up, you go. And then like it's kind of like a public embarrassment thing, where like you could pick somebody, then they pick somebody else. That person picks them, they go. So you're kind of like, oh, you left the odd man out. Happens to the girl that I think is cute, the Beiji Hun, and so like it's just funny. It's just funny. So yeah. I think that they're trying, and I will give them that. They are trying to make it a little more dramatic. And since I've seen every single season now, looking back to what season one was compared to this, it's a step in the right direction. Still, it's just like if I had to rate it out of 10 for dramatics, I'd have to give it a one. One zero being one being the least dramatic, 10 being most. I'd have to give it a one. It just I just wish more happened. But again, it's the culture. I can't it's not gonna happen that way. So it is what it is. But let me know what you think. I'm trying to do a better job of getting the names. Can't always promise that. I am a mumbler, unfortunately, and I like kind of don't always have the best like enunciating my words. I'm sure anybody that watches this regularly knows that. But yeah, it was I will give them credit on the ending of episode 4 where they're trying to do like some Love Island based thing where it's a Castle more. I thought 3 guys were going to come in or like they were going to stay. I would love to see like six, one to one, and they're all there and they stay at paradise for 2 or 3 days. They serially date and come back, see what they think of the other guys. And I think that would be cool. Maybe that's something we'll see in season 25 because it's like kind of groundbreaking. But I thought it was a good idea. I'm not good. I'm not going to even say the 3 guys' names because I don't even think I can find a picture of them online. So yeah, but it's a step in the right direction. That's all I'll say. But I will be back. The show airs on Tuesdays on Netflix. I will be back next week for the next two and the rest of the season going forward. So let me know what you think. What do you think of people? What do you think of the drama? Am I wrong? And just let me know whatever you think. And if you have any other show suggestions, let me know as well. We have a very, very busy January. So if you're subscribed to us, you see like a ton of stuff. We might have like up to, I think Thursday, we might have like 5, 6 shows going on. And it's just the way it is right now. But we tend to have something almost out every single day, if not twice a day, just of like how busy we are. But we appreciate all your viewership, all your subs, all your comments, all of it. So I'll talk to you in the next video. It will probably be Traders UK or Love Island All Stars episode 3. So hope you guys have an awesome rest of your day, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Peace.